Magic. So we're doing Flashback today. You can play with him. Well, speaking. Okay, so you voted. There was 204 votes. Pretty low. But I think this is the biggest, clear victory I think that we've had so far. I don't know if we've had one that was more clear than this. So I'll start at the bottom like I normally do. Crater of Dredge with 29 votes. Goodbye. I think it might have been close to disappearing on its own accord anyway, because we've had it for a long time in the listings. White Flicker with 30 votes. Just barely edged it out, so it gets to stay in another week. And then we had Delvolution with 43 votes. And if you did the math in your head, that would tell you Doubling Season had 102 votes, which is exactly 50% of the votes.
It's pretty impressive.
It is, yeah. It's almost a majority. I kind of wish it was 51 just so we'd have a majority, but that's still pretty impressive.
You don't need the majority to win, though.
That's true. It's true. You just have to beat the other parties. So, what we're gonna have for next week then, we'll have Delvolution once again. We'll have White Flicker, and one of the ones that somebody suggested, I forget offhand who it was. We'll try and remember in the future, maybe. Ad Nauseum. That's a deck that I forgot we even played.
It's a pretty interesting deck.
It's a pretty interesting deck, yeah. So that'll be in for next week. And we also have Nahiri Jeskai, which is kind of just like a combo deck a control deck that also happens to have the Emrakul Nahiri interaction. Yeah, so pretty good deck. So, yeah, I'm playing Doubling Season this week. And since I'm the challenger deck, I get to go first. And we will see you in Game 1. Alright, Game 1. Show of hand. That's what I have. Go ahead.
And I've got those.
Whoop. Okay. So, I'm going to lead with a Misty Rainforest, which I will crack, going to 19. And I think I'm just going to get a basic forest and cast a Birds of Paradise.
Suburb.
Pass the turn. Getting basics because your deck's pretty fast. And pretty damage heavy.
Bloodstained Mire, crack, going to 19. We are going to find Basic Mountain. And
bye-bye, Birdie. I figured.
Sure go.
I mean, whenever Bird is playing against Red, it just is kind of just expected that that's going to happen.
Rod.
That's always just going to happen to him. I'll play a basic island and cast Explore. Draw a card. Okay. And a Simic Growth Chamber, Returning Island. It's my second land for the turn. To you.
Untap. Draw for turn. Arid Mesa, crack, going to 18. Sacred Foundry, untapped, going to 16.
Okay.
And Swift Spear.
Yep.
Lava Spike you.
I will go to 16. And then
Do ace.
14.
Sure go.
Untap. Draw a card. What? Okay. Alright. That's interesting. Windswept Heath. Crack. Going to 13. No, I really don't want to take any more damage. Don't really have a choice. We will get... Oh, it's right at the top. Jesus. Basic Plains. Of course, Silver Border Plains.
The best kind.
Yeah. Okay. Explore. Draw a card. So, we get an extra land drop this turn.
Really colonizing the West over there.
Yeah. There's an island. And we'll cast a Savor the Moment. Take an extra turn after this one. Skip the untap step.
So basically...
So another Explorer, more or less.
Basically an Explorer.
So, extra turn. Draw a card. I guess. Misty Rainforest. Go ahead.
Untap.
6 mana already.
Turn.
It's ridiculous.
Plains. And... Okay, 13.
Yes. Am I just dead this turn? I'm going to be very annoyed if I'm just dead this turn. Because I've literally done nothing.
I think we're going to go for... Monastery Mentor.
Ah, okay.
1 beat.
12.
Turgo.
Pretty far from dead this turn, I guess. Gonna crack this, though. Go to 11. Which, it's never fun. Get a Breeding Pool, since we don't have any Wraths in the main deck that we need double white for. Oops. Poopsie. Oh my god. Okay. Untap. Draw a card. Seriously? I guess that's not terrible. So we can go for that. Okay. Another Explorer.
Wow.
Draw a card.
Colonizing
I swear to
West.
God, if that was another Explorer, I would have flipped. Would have flipped or something. Okay. So, haven't played a land yet.
No.
So we're going to
2 drops.
So we're going to play Selesnya Sanctuary, returning a forest, and then we'll play Forest, a second land for the turn, and then we'll cast a Time Warp.
Is that just going to be basically a explore?
We'll see. No, not too far off.
At least it untaps, unlike Saber.
It's true. It's true. Okay, so I suppose that's not the worst, actually. I'm not gonna be really playing a season game by the looks of it, but that's alright. So, what do I need for this? That'll cover that. That'll cover that. Okay. Tameo Field Researcher.
Yep.
She will go down to tap these 2 creatures and not have them untap. And then I'll play Garrick Wildspeaker.
He can untap 4 mana.
He can, but I don't really want to. So I'm gonna make a beast. Maybe. Oh, you have the tokens there. Of course, tokens like these are available on store.forestbear.net. Pick them up today. Help Mister Boopster afford new reading glasses, so he can do the C's. And we'll play Misty Rainforest. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. We're gonna Lightning Bolt Tameo now.
Yep.
Oh.
And a monk.
And a monk. Not an elemental.
Oh, just a monk. Yeah, because Swifter.
And it's your go.
Do I crack this to thin? My guess is probably no. At 11. Phone's ringing again. I'll just untap. Draw a card. Should have thinned. Apparently I should have thinned. Okay, make a beast. Make a little beastie. Which I need another one of.
Beasts.
Alright, go ahead.
End of your turn.
Oh, you got something on end step too?
Boris Charm you for 4.
Oh, I'm just dead. Jesus. 7.
Untap.
I'm totally
Draw
just
for
dead.
turn.
If you're expelling one of those for no prowess value, I'm so dead.
So, Path one of those.
I don't have any basics.
You ran out of... yeah, I guess you have all of them. So, Prowess trigger pumps.
Yep.
And 4 damage to you.
Yep.
Prowess trigger pumps.
You could have done double strike, too. That would have been a fun one. That would have done it.
I guess. Or target, but it's target creature.
Oh, it's target? Right. Yeah, it's target. Well, target whatever gets through.
So, I guess. 3.
Yeah.
6. 10. 13.
You got me. I'm not even gonna block. Alright, well, that was I'd say good game, but it really wasn't. I played a bunch of lands, and you drew 45 burn spells. So, alright. We will see you in sideboards. Alright, sideboards. So, for me, these come in. The 2 white's kind of a harsh thing to do, but I have a lot of fetch lands, and I mean, I was gonna say I have birds, but I probably won't. So
Sometimes
that's happening. Well, I have a bird. I mean, he remains summoning sick usually. Okay, Fog, also really good. I think I'm only gonna bring in 1. I have 2 in the main deck. And of course, this deck can just burn you out. Like,
there's not really a massive alpha strike you're stopping, because burn spells can still reach in the end.
And that's why the verdicts are coming in instead of both Fogs, because Fog is a temporary answer, but I mean, if you have a board presence that I really want to take care of, that's probably not going to be enough. Relic of Progenitus doesn't really do anything. Narset's pretty decent. So I think I'm going to bring that in, just because, if I could land a doubling season and use her ultimate, it kind of shuts off most of your deck. You still have creatures,
when all my
it
creatures
shuts off a lot
become
of things.
basically bears. Don't have any other text.
Plus, its other abilities are fine, too. Beast Within's okay, but I don't want to give you more power than you already have. This is kind of alright. It's just kind of there to be cool, but I don't really need it. Hurgle's Recall, no artifacts. Spell Pierce, it's okay against you, but it's more for, when you have control sort of matchups.
Yeah, when you're facing control kind of list.
Tamio's okay, but I think I like Narset coming in better than that. Defense Grid was an interesting one that I considered bringing in against you, because you have so many instant speed things, but I mean, most of the time you want to cast it on your turn anyway for prowess triggers and tokens and such.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not really why that's
full value to the prowess.
This is also more in here for control, so all your stuff doesn't get countered. And these 2 don't come in because you don't really have targets for them. So those 4 come in, and what I think I'm taking out: 1 Tamio for the Narset, just a straight up trade there. 2 Savor the Moments. It's kind of the worst of the Explore/Time Walk-y effects.
Yeah, it's generally good if you can...
It's good if you have it with a Garruk, which is why I'm also taking a Garruk out, because now I only have 1 Savor the Moment in the main deck. But other than that, it's, probably the worst of the bunch, and I'd rather be able to deal with a terrible board state. So those come in, these come out.
As for me, Leoline Sanctity doesn't really do anything. He has no creatures to worry about, so Anger's kind of out. Not worrying about these. No artifacts. He's not really using the graveyard either. No artifacts. These could be okay. I mean, they're really only going to ever hit birds, and we could utilize our graveyard a bit, but I don't think we need it. Soulfire Grandmaster, I think we're bringing this in. It's just earlier source of damage, so it's good. Wear Tear can deal with doubling season, so we're bringing that in. And Molten Rain can slow him down, and we have quite a few cards that we don't want in the deck, so...
And it's very good against bounce lands, which
it does have a few bounce lands. So what we're taking out is the paths, because if you path a bird, you really haven't accomplished anything. And Bedlam Reveler, because he's the most expensive and sometimes hard to cast.
Makes sense. So, we will see you in Game 2. Alright, Game 2. Show my hands. That's what I've got. And go ahead.
And we've got those.
Alright, got a very exciting turn 1. Tap Breeding Pool. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Arid Mesa. Go.
Untap. Draw a card. Gonna play Forest and cast Explore. Draw a card. And an additional land, which is going to be Simic Growth Chamber, Returning Forest. I pass the turn.
End of your turn. Crackyard Mesa. Go on 19. Sacred Foundry. Tapped.
Mm-hmm. Well, no immediate beat sticking. That's good, I guess. It's pretty acceptable.
Untap. Draw for turn. Mountain. And a Soulfire Grandmaster.
Okay.
It's your go.
Untap. Draw a card. Well, interesting. Yeah, I guess. Play a forest. Bird. Go ahead.
Is that like a challenge?
Apparently.
Draw for turn.
I mean, I'm sure you can easily take out both of them, but it's something to do.
Westvale Abbey.
Ooh. Fresh Prince might make an appearance.
2 beats.
Take it. 18.
21. And we shall Lightning Helix one of the birds.
Okay.
Gaining 6 life from that, because it has
Yes.
lifelink and gains me 3 life.
Yes, pretty good.
27. It's your go.
Untap. Draw a card. That's reasonable. Let's see, do I do that first? Think so. Yeah, okay. Oath of Nissa.
Yeah.
So look at our top 3. So creature, land, or planeswalker. So obviously we're taking a planes because these are not the other things.
Choice was made for you.
Yes. And that's actually somewhat handy because that lets us do this without having to tap the bird, which is pretty good. So, in our set, we'll go up to 7. We'll look at the top card of my library. If it's a non-creature, non-land card, I can reveal it and put it in my hand. Search for tomorrow.
It's basically land.
Qualifies. Indeed. Do I want to suspend it? Or do I just want to cast it? I think at this point, casting it's probably better than waiting. Okay, pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Planes. Young Pyromancer.
Yep.
Attack Narset for 2.
2 mana up?
Yes. She goes off at 9, but I'm worried about Time Walk effects.
Yeah. No blocks.
Okay.
Goes to 5.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Okay. So she'll go down to 3 to give the next instant or sorcery I cast from my hand rebound. And that will be a Time Warp.
Ouch.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
Let's see. So, just do this. That does happen on my Time Warp turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. So Windswept Heath. Do I actually want to crack this? I might. And suspend this, possibly? Nah, okay. So, I will crack this for thinning purposes. Go to 17. Because I'm a little tired of lands. And, of course, we have to get a really beautiful looking land. Since we can. Hallowed Fountain.
Very shiny.
Very pretty. Also gives us a second white if we need to wrath the board, if that ever comes up. Because unfortunately, Oath of Nissa does not allow that to be cast with the common man's mana.
No.
Is that everything? I actually don't think I need this, so I might as well suspend it.
Okay.
So, I will suspend that as well. So, time walk turn.
End of that turn.
Sure.
I'm gonna Lightning Helix Narset because I'm afraid of her.
Okay.
Getting another 6 life, going to 33.
Also get a token out of the deal.
Yeah, and getting the 1/1.
Okay, so first time walk turn?
Yeah.
So untap, upkeep, we'll remove this counter, and then we will flashback, essentially, time walk. Now I think rebound exiles it when it's done, right?
No, it stays in exile and then it goes into the graveyard afterwards.
Right. Okay. So, cast another time walk, and then we will draw for turn. Okay, that's enough of those. Windswept Heath. And I'm also going to crack that for thinning purposes. Go to 16. Come on, something. Get a breeding pool. Okay. Okay, so, second time warp turn. We will search for tomorrow. Upkeep. Get basic. And hopefully that's enough thinning. Oops.
It's too many lands.
Yeah. There really isn't, because I'm running like 20. Just not having great luck with it. Alright. Draw for turn. Is that the second worst thing that I could have drawn? I think so. Pass the turn.
Ooh. For 2 free turns, that's what you got.
Yep.
Draw for turn.
Unbelievable.
Think we're gonna go for Chandra, Torture Defiance.
Yep.
And
Yeah, so... No, you don't
No.
get anything.
yeah. It's only instant sorcery
Yeah.
for the young Pyro.
And he doesn't have prowess.
So exile the top card. Is it cast? It says cast, so
Yeah.
it's not play. So not gonna utilize it. So 2 damage to you.
14.
And it's not instant sorcery, so she doesn't have lifelink either.
Yes.
And this just stays in exile. And 5.
Fuck.
Okay. Drago.
Untap. Draw a card. Yeah. Okay. 2 damage. Okay, so it is damage to each opponent. That's annoying. Jesze, Architect of Thought. He will go down to 2.
Ooh.
And we will use the Fact or Fiction kind of
The
ability.
mini one.
So, tap 3. Jeez. Those are pretty lame. And you get to separate them into 2 piles, and then I put 1 pile in my hand and the other one on the bottom of my library.
Like that.
Let's see. Do I want a second Jesze, or do I want to Serum Visions this turn? I mean, she's just going to probably kill Jesze.
Yeah, it's pretty simple to just be able to kill Jesze. So.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take the pile with 2. Put that on the bottom.
Is it the bottom? Or is it
It's
graveyard?
the bottom of your library. In any order. But there's only 1 card, so it's pretty good order. Then... Serum Visions. Draw a card. Scry 2. No. 3. And then we'll go for another Simic Growth Chamber, returning Forest to my hand. Because I think... Yeah, I didn't play land this turn. So, that was it. And is that everything I can do? Yes, it is. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. Does that change what we do? No. So we're going to go up with Chandra.
Yep.
To add 2 red to my mana pool. Use 1 of that red to Lightning Bolt Jesze.
Okay.
And spend...
I see.
3 mana to basically give it buyback.
3 and the 1 you used, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The 3 plus the 1 extra
Yeah.
1 plus.
Sure.
So this one goes back to my hand. Gain 3 from that.
It's, of course, Soulfire Grandmaster's ability. I don't know if you actually said what that was. You
the
just said...
Soulfire.
Well, just give it
I
buyback.
pointed it to it.
Oh, did you? Okay. Wasn't sure.
It goes to my hand instead of the graveyard.
You also get an elemental from that.
5.
Fuck.
Yeah, another one. Turgo.
Untap. Draw a card. Okay. Okay, that might help our situation a little. Play a forest. Doubling season.
Yep.
Tamio.
Oh my god.
And so she comes in with 8 counters. So I will use her -7 ability to draw 3 cards, get an emblem where I can cast non-land cards from my hand without paying their mana costs.
Yeah, no way for me to respond to that at all.
No. I mean, you can kill it after the fact,
Yeah,
but...
kill it now.
So we'll draw 3. 1, 2, 3. And get that emblem. And I think that will do it. So we will cast a Jesze, Architect of Thought.
Yep.
And then we will use his ultimate ability to search my library and your library for a card. And then I cast both those cards.
I think I know what you want the first time.
Yes. I think I do. So we'll take a Chandra and I will take a Jesze.
After that, what would be the...
Well, hang on. So you're at 36?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a ways
Do
to go.
you... I guess just some burn spells, probably. But let me explain how this actually works first. So his ability, I have both these 2 things in
Yeah,
exile.
search each player's library.
Yes. And then I get to cast these 2 things. So I'm going to cast that, followed by that. You're not tapped out, so I do have to be kind of careful here, I think. So she would come in with 8 counters. Use this. And he comes in also with 8 counters because of doubling season. Thank you. That's a little more fitting. See, the thing that can screw me here is if I use her first, you can bolt him in response, and then I can't use his ability. But I think that's still what I'm going to do. So I'm going to activate my Chandra's ultimate ability.
And in response,
Get that emblem.
bolt that.
Sure.
Wait,
So
she's not digging forever.
he goes to 5. I get that emblem.
So whenever you cast a spell, it deals 5 damage to target creature or player?
Yes, that's what it is. So I'm going to go down with this Jesze to 3 because I can basically cast any of these top 3
You
things
basically
for
have
free. So
Omniscience. So.
I assume that's not too hard.
Yeah, just the lands and explore.
Yeah. So lands to the bottom, don't need them. And then we will cast Explore, so 5 damage to you.
31.
And we'll draw a card. Okay.
I guess, no, it should be 34 because the Lightning Bolt had gained 3 from the Lightning Bolt.
Oh, yeah. Did you not do that already?
No.
Okay. So, then we will replace our Jace with another one.
You did have another one.
Yeah, I did. So we will 5 damage to you from casting Jace.
29.
And then we will ultimate this Jace to search each library for 2 cards. So I think at this point, whatever burn spell's the biggest one. Probably.
And that would be Boros Charm.
Okay.
Unless you want to be
Yeah,
fancy and potentially draw 3 cards.
No, I don't need to be fancy. I like my hand, actually, quite a bit. So I think for me, I think I'll grab a Garrick.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does that tell me that you have another Jace in your hand?
Well, I'm down to... No, because you've seen all 4. All 4 in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will start by casting Boros Charm. So 4 damage to you and 5 damage to you.
20. I'm at the starting line.
Yeah, and then we'll cast Garrick. So
15.
Again. So he comes in with 6 counters because of doubling season. And then we will cast Emrakul from our hand because that was...
That's
do you remember a few turns ago when I said the worst thing I could possibly draw other than a land? Didn't have enough lands to cast him, so he's basically useless. But pretty good in this situation. So
Yeah, when all of a sudden you have Omniscience.
Yeah.
Great.
So when you cast him, you get to take an extra turn after this one. So I also cast him, so 5 damage.
Is it just when you cast a spell, a non-creature or
No,
something?
when you cast a spell, this emblem deals
10.
5 damage to target creature or player. Okay. So, I think we will go down with Garrick to make 2 beasts because of doubling season.
So many beasts.
And I don't really need the lands. And then we will take our Emrakul turn. So, untap, draw a card. Okay. What else does this one do? I will go up with her, exile top card in my library. I may cast that card. If I don't, it deals 2 damage to each opponent.
I mean, it's 5 damage, so why just not cast
Yeah,
it?
might as well just cast it. So, I will do that.
5. Cast it.
Oh, sorry. This one, I have to do it, right? Okay, I don't want to cast it then. I'm going to choose not to and only deal 2 to you. Because I want to do a fancy thing.
Okay.
I thought I was a May, but
8.
it's definitely not a May.
Well, you can target a creature. Can you?
Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I will target the untapped elemental, because why not? Right. I mean, I don't really know your cards that well. So, okay.
It's not a card that was in the original deck list.
Okay, so, then, we will overrun with this Garrick. And then
So
we
much
will
damage.
cast another Garrick.
5 to me.
Would that
I'm
kill
at
you?
10.
You're
No,
at 10?
I'm
Okay,
at 10.
yeah, 5 to you. And we will overrun with this Garrick as well. So, these ones can attack. We haven't really used Tameo, but it's kind of pointless. So, I will attack you for 9, 18, this one's 6, so 24, and, Jesus, 24 and 19.
21, right?
Sorry? 6, and these 2 are 9.
Well,
They've
he's
overrun
21
twice.
damage because you get +3, and then +3, so 21.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were
So
saying
24
my
plus
math was
21.
bad. Yeah. So, do that. Annihilator 6 first. Just because, why not? I also forgot to use Tameo, but that's okay. Alright.
You don't want to point any Ashandra?
Nah. I'll let them stare each other
Dead.
down. Okay, well, I thought I was going to get flooded again that game, but I had 2 really good top decks in a row, so that was pretty good. So, you can have that back, and we will see you in Game 3. Alright, Game 3. Go ahead.
We've got those.
Whoop. And for myself, that's what I have. Go ahead. Kick us off.
Bloodstained Mire, crack. Then we're going to go all the way down to 17. Finding. Wow. There we go. Sacred Foundry.
Don't you have like 4 of those in the deck?
I think we only had 3.
Oh, there's only 3 in the deck? It took that long to find one? Jeez.
And 1 damage.
19.
Jergo.
Draw a card. Okay. I still think I prefer this one. So we're going to go for an untapped breeding pool. Go to 17. And cast Oath of Nissa. Take a look at our top 3. Not a very exciting top 3, but we'll take Hallowed Fountain. So
That's pretty exciting.
Something. That is, yeah. The other ones weren't. I took the most exciting of the 2 lands in the Serum Visions. Yeah, that's it. To you.
Untap. Draw for turn. Plains. Seeker of the Way.
Yep.
1 beat.
No gut shot. 16.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. That's pretty good timing for that one. Botanical Sanctum. And we will go for an Explore. So we'll draw a card. And we can play an extra land this turn. I think it's going to be Simic Growth Chamber returning Botanical Sanctum, because that's a pretty sweet interaction. And I'll pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. 4 damage to you.
Yeah.
2 prowess triggers.
Go 12.
5.
Yeah. Go 7.
Gaining 3 from the lifelink. Going to 20. Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Okay. Botanical Sanctum. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Let me see. We'll go for Serum Visions. Draw a card. Scry 2. No thanks. Then we'll go for another Explore. Draw a card.
Are you gonna start colonizing the West again?
Apparently. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. Hallowed Fountain and Temple Garden is my 2. Did I do that right? No. I played 3 this turn, right? Because I went Botanical Sanctum?
Yeah.
Was that this turn?
That was
I'm confused
because
now.
you bounced it last turn.
Right. So I only get 1 extra this turn. Okay. Okay. We're good. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Boros Charm you.
Okay, go to 3.
Swing.
Fog.
Yeah. Bloodstained Mire.
Yep.
Crack that. Go to 19.
Do you have a Bolt? I'm gonna be really upset.
Mountain. Bolt. I top decked it too. I wouldn't have been able to kill you this turn.
You had another Boros Charm? Jesus. Oh man, I actually had a good thing that I could have done. I could have wiped the board and time walked and done all sorts of fun stuff, but you just had her burst spells.
Could count to 20 too fast.
Man. It sucks. Okay, well, that's a sad end to what is probably my favorite deck.
I mean, Season Walkers was very similar, and it got quite a bit.
Well,
farther.
not really. This one's a lot more combo oriented.
That's true.
That one just did cool things, and it did do very well. But
you managed to kill me with my own Planeswalker.
It's
so
true.
that.
It's true. It's never fun to learn to her burn spells. All right. Well, that was this matchup. Don't forget to vote. Delvolution, White Flicker, Ad Nauseam, or Nahiri Jeskai. That'll be in the comments. And
below.
Yep, description. And we will see you next week and on Friday. Bye. Boopster.